Okay, fifth graders, finally have you guys on the same page here. So we're in the Envision Math. It's the 1-4 pages, I think it's 19 and pages 19 and 20. And I'm just going to look at 20 here. I think I started 19 with you guys in class, and you guys should be able to finish that on your own. So number 11 here, it says the annual fundraising goal of a charity is $100,000. So far, they've raised this much, $63,482 has been raised. How much more money is needed to reach the goal? Well, they kind of give you a model here. So this is how much they've raised so far in here, okay? And this is how much more they have to raise. Well, what's the difference? So this is a simple subtraction problem. You're going to subtract this much from $100,000, and you guys should be able to do that. I won't worry about that. Let's look at number 12 here. 12 says Santiago has a rope that measures 205.95 centimeters. Write this number. Oh, write it in expanded form. Well, okay, so first off, you need to know the different places. And we had a place value chart. There it is right there. And I can go back and look at the number. What was the number? 205.95. Okay, I'm just going to put that right over here. 205.95. If you can't write it in expanded form, find a place value chart and you can place the numbers where they go. Well, what place is this? This is in the hundredths place, the 2. So I'm going to run out of room here. I'll just put a 2 up here. Whoops, that doesn't work. I'll put a 2 right. I'll put a 2 here. And the 0 is in the tens place, and the 5 is in the ones place. Well, now we're in the decimals, and the first place is the tenths place, so it's going to be a 9, and the 5 is in the hundredths place. So there you go. So now we need to write it in expanded form. And you guys should be able to do this by now, but let me help you out anyways. So it's going to be 2 times 10 squared, because that's 2 times 100. And then plus, we're not going to worry about the 0 because there's nothing there in the tens place. All right? But the 5 is in the ones place, plus 5 times 1. And then plus, now we've got a 9 to worry about, and that 9 is in the 1/10 place, plus 9 times 1/10, plus 5 times what? 1/100th. So that's that number in expanded form. Let's see here. How can you tell that 7.630 and 7.63 are equivalent decimals? Well, let's see here. Simply put, the 7, 6, and 3 are all in the same place value location. That's pretty simple put. If we were to take that number and put it in a place value chart, they'd all be the same. So if I was to draw a chart here, and I had my decimal right here, and so this is the ones, this is the 1/10ths, 1/100ths, 1/1000ths. The 7 would be here, 6 would be, 6 would be here, 3 would be there. And there's nothing in the 1,000ths place, so that would be that. All right, let's see here, 14. In Justin's school, 0.825 of the students participate in a sport. If there are 1,000 students in Justin's school, how many participate in a sport? So this many participate out of 1,000. So could I write that as 825 over 1,000, right? Okay. What's that? In decimal form, you guys know that's going to be 0.825. But if we're talking about 1,000 students, out of 1,000 students, how many would that be? Well, it would be 825 students. Okay? All right, let's see here. Number 15 and 16. Be precise. Maria incorrectly placed the decimal point when she wrote 0.65 inch for the width of her tablet computer. What is the correct decimal number for the width? Well, let's see here. This, what could I write it in where you guys could see it? I'll try green. This is going to be 1. I think that's 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches. So right there would be 6 inches. So this one would be 7 inches. That would be 8 inches. So it looks like it's between 6 and 7. It's in here. And it looks like this one right here is pretty close to lined up with the side of it. So I'm going to venture a guess and say it's probably supposed to be the 6.5. 6.5 what? 6.5 inches. All right. And number 16. 3 boys cut out 100th decimal models. So let's see here. So there's 100 little squares. Derek didn't shade any of his models. Ari shades half of one model, and Wesley shades 2 models and 1/10 of another model. What decimals represent the amount each boy shades? Okay, well, let's start with Derek. He didn't shade any. Derek, and it says what decimal? So Derek would be, I guess, 0.0. And Ari, if I'm saying that right, she shades half of one of these models. Well, that'd be 0.5. Okay, because 1/2 is equal to 0.5 in decimal form. And then Wesley, he shades 2 models and 1/10 of another model. So Wesley shades all of 2 models all the way. All right. And then he shades 1/10 of another model. So I don't know if I can make this small. There might be a way to do it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So 1/10. That's 1 row of 10. Okay, maybe I can erase so it doesn't look so.
Here's a frisbee.
Oh, thanks, honey.
I don't know.
Want to say hi? I'm recording.
Oh.
Doing
Hello?
a video. Want to introduce yourself?
No.
You want to do a math problem with me?
Not sure.
Okay, come here. Introduce yourself.
I'm Riley.
What's your last name?
Shields.
All right, Miss Shields. So the question is, one of the last questions they ask is, Wesley here, he shades 2 models and then 1/10 of another model. What would that be in decimal form?
In decimal form?
Yeah. So 2 models, so what do you think that would be? 2 point,
Yeah, 2 point.
and then 1/10 of
1/10
another model. So what would be 1/10 in decimal form?
1.
1, right. So there would be just a 1 right there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Help yourself to something out of the jar. Okay. And put up 10 points for bringing in the Frisbee.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I'm going to help you guys with. Oh, 17 down here at the bottom. I didn't actually get that one copied off. Find 2 decimals that are equivalent to 4 times 10. Oh yeah, 10 points also. 4 times 10
So we get 20 points.
plus, okay. And then 7 times 1/100. Well, the first thing you got to do is write them in decimal form. Oh, so what's 4 times 10? That's going to be 40. There's nothing in the ones place, so it is just 40. There's nothing in the 1/10 place, so there'd be a 0 there. And then 7 of 100ths, that'd be right there. So there you go. So write 2 decimals. Write the decimals in the box. Oh, you guys have a little box you got to write them in. 2 equivalent decimals. So that's 1, and you guys have to do another one on your own. All right, done helping you. See you guys tomorrow.